I would prefer you to face challenges, fight, and even fail, rather than settle for the comfort of staying the same. Change is difficult. The world won't suddenly become easier. As you grow, you'll take on more responsibilities and face higher expectations from others. The truth is, as long as you have breath in your lungs, there's hope in your heart. You can't rely on external motivation because motivation requires motion. It requires movement. If you depend on outside sources to keep you going, when those sources disappear, you'll revert to your default state. But if you can discover your why, that inner motivation, that mojo, that internal fire that drives you, find your why, and you'll uncover the inspiration within you that nothing can take away. Sometimes you wake up, look in the mirror, and the person staring back is the real you. Many of us just want to feel like we belong. We want to fit in. We seek a place in this world where we can find our rhythm and purpose. Some of you are compromising who you are because you want to fit into a narrative, a group, a crowd, or a clique. But when you look in the mirror, that's not who you truly are. You're afraid to make the choices and changes that would activate the passion within you. I understand it's hard for some of us to step into our own story, but we can do hard things. I truly disliked hiding behind my anger and rage. That wasn't who I really was. I might try to convince myself when I'm alone, but there were moments when I'd look in the mirror and see that spark in my eyes. That truthfully, that's not who you are. I'll affirm that I know your life has been challenging. Many of you come from broken families and unhealthy environments at various times in your life, and things haven't been easy. But you're not a product of those men. You're a product of what you do, and you can control every aspect of where your life goes from this point forward. If you're here just to be motivated or entertained, that's not going to change your life. What changes our lives is when we look in the mirror and decide to confront ourselves, to strive to be a better parent, spouse, friend, student, to be a better human being. When we take control of what we can, the actions we take, the choices we make, and how we treat others, and if we are intentional in those areas, life can be pretty amazing. When pressure begins to build, called life, it brings ups and downs, mountains and valleys. I'm sure some of you have backstories filled with highs and lows, good days and bad days. Some of you have faced more difficulties, traumas, and things hard for others to comprehend. Pressure can create diamonds or burst pipes. Pressure isn't the problem. To be honest, what you've faced in recent years isn't likely the most difficult thing you'll ever encounter. For some, it may have been extremely painful. Losing someone close, experiencing trauma or abuse. But for most, it won't be the hardest challenge in life. Life is about these ups and downs, pressure, insecurities, and challenges. The question for you and me is, what will we do with the pressure we're under? Will we let it burst the pipe, or will we step into the uncomfortable, embrace our story, and realize that by taking control of ourselves, our reactions and responses, that pressure can become something valuable, like a diamond. We've developed many characteristics, behaviors, and habits. We didn't set out to have negative thought patterns or habits. Often we're influenced by those around us. You might have friends who use certain phrases, and before you know it, you're saying them too. Maybe your mom or dad says, "You sound just like so-and-so," because we pick up things from each other. For me, what I picked up from my dad were his coping mechanisms. The fake face, the fake smile, acting like everything was fine on the surface. But when I was alone, looking in the mirror, I was struggling. I was silent yet screaming inside. The truth is, even while in prison, I decided not to wait until tomorrow, next semester, next year, or until my release to begin changing. Right then, amid external discomfort, I took a stand. I realized that hard work works. Making good choices leads to good things happening. There's never a wrong time to do what's right. Hard work and good decisions will always create opportunities for your dreams and plans to be activated. I was in prison. My external situation was tough and uncomfortable. But in that moment, by actively communicating and making choices, Hard work and good decisions created opportunities amid chaos and storms. I didn't serve the full 15 years. I would still be incarcerated until 2024. Instead, I've been out since 2013, released 11 and a half years early. I found the courage in a hopeless situation to face what I feared most, myself. I promise you, through transparency and accountability, utilizing mentors and recognizing that we have a role to play, through action and choices, doing our best to do what's right and treating others well, doors and opportunities will open even in the midst of storms. I care about what you have to say, your experiences, and your journey. Don't lose sight of the fact that you are a critical thinker. You have the ability to process, think, rationalize, hear information, and draw conclusions. It's within you. Don't settle for anything less than what's real and authentic.